Good morning, everyone. Welcome to September. I thought I would show you a little bit of my spell work. Here I am lighting all of my Novena candles. I keep my largest working altar on my floor as I have some really large statues, my largest being one of Santa Muerte, who I am a devotee of. So I'm getting ready and preparing those. This is a fire of love or apple binding spell. I use a pre-made wax apple candle with 2 wax figures. I do sell similar wax candles on my site. They are a little bit smaller, and you can easily use those with just petition papers or create your own small figures out of cloth or wax. Wax is typically a little bit better as it burns better with the outside of the apple. Cloth has a tendency to fully ignite, and it can burn quicker than what people would like. I'm using some Hoyt's cologne here, really getting some energy into it. I like to use clapping to raise energy for workings. And then I like to memorize the client's petition and say that as I pray with the spell items or the spell piece or the housing unit of the spell, the catalyst of the spell, whether it's a figure candle or something like this. And I pray using physical motion with that because I am a physical type of witch. Here I am adding some rock sugar. This is one of my favorite ingredients to add to sweeten results and sweeten potential targets, sweeten potential partners, sweeten the outcome, sweeten the situation, and sweeten the environment. This is some red hot rice that I make here. Well, all of these things are available on my site, by the way. I have also added a chili pepper, which not everybody adds to their love workings, but I do because I want that heat to speed up the process. Heat does not have to necessarily equate anger or quarreling or divide in spell work. It's all about what other ingredients you combine it with. So here I am charging the wax figures to place inside of the apple binding. And now I am cutting 2 lily stamens, which are covered in pollen, and I'm going to use these to pollinate or fertilize the spell. Pollen is something I use a lot in my work. I go out and I collect it from wildflowers, or I collect it from flowers like this. Amaryllis pollen is one that I use often, but flowers are a very huge part of my spell work, as I used to work as a horticulturist for 10 years and I bred very specific strains of flowers. So I am now adding oil on top of everything I have placed inside to dress it and to act as a sealant. I'm then adding precipitado powder and white sugar. All of these items except for the white sugar is available on my site, and I choose to use white sugar in love workings versus brown sugar, which I save for financial workings and business workings, sometimes even legal workings, depending on what the outcome is, what outcome is desired for the client. Here I'm adding a little bit more rock sugar because honestly I can never get enough in my spell work. It works like a charm. And I'm going back through layering the ingredients, which is really important in spell work, to repeat what you have put in and focus on why you are adding it and the energy that it imbues it with. And now I am starting to carefully lie out the rose petals around it, at which time I sort of go over the client's names and just real short one-word goals that align with their petition statement. I have also taken a rose petal and filled it with the same ingredients again, opened up one of the chili peppers and placed the seeds within the rose petal, and this is rolled and folded next to the actual target of the spell. So while there are two figures involved in this spell, only one is the target, and this will be placed behind the back of that target to add heat and speed and power and more decisiveness in this situation, because we want them to decide in my client's favor, and this is really about commitment and devotion. So here I am fully charging the spell vessel or the housing vessel again. You can really never bless it or cleanse it too much, in my opinion. And then, oh, here I'm adding the rose petals. I got out of sequence earlier, so, but I mean, you can see what's going on here. It's a pretty slow process. There was preparation before all of this, just with cleansing this space, obviously speaking with the client about exactly what their goals are. So this is really just the execution phase. And then after this, this will be worked some every day until it burns out. I typically focus about 20 minutes or a half an hour per spell work for each client while it's happening. So while it's being deployed is the term that we use. So we have now lit the housing vessel, and we are offering this to Santa Muerte, that she bless it and deliver my client's petition to them with safety, peace, love, and grace. I hope you all enjoyed it. Have a blessed day. Let's do it.